Okay, so today I wanted to finish up a few things, a few thoughts. Some of the biggest things that I want you to take away from this whole month of videos is not only autism awareness and autism acceptance, but autism appreciation and appreciation for these beautiful minds that work differently than most people, but that do work. They have their own system and their own way of doing things. I always say this, but just because you have autism does not mean that you're broken or something is wrong. Now, there are deficits, of course, with autism and challenges to this disorder, and it is titled a disorder because of these challenges, but that does not mean that your brain does not function. It just functions a different way. And so I want everyone to understand that and to take that away from all these videos and from just the whole topic of autism, is that we need to appreciate someone with autism for who they are and the way that they are. And even though a lot of therapy is needed for those with autism, some people question whether or not to do therapy and let the individual with autism just be who they are 100%, or to do therapy, or how far in the middle to go on that realm. And my thing is that I always, for my own son, I always want to give him the tools and the resources and the skills that he needs to be who he is. I don't want to change who his precious little self is, but I want to be able to give him everything he needs support-wise so that he can function how he wants to. So for right now, obviously, intensive speech therapy, that's non-negotiable. We need to get him to where he can speak so that he can talk and interact with his peers like he wants to do. Now, behavioral therapies, there's a lot of different avenues there, and I'm very hands-on with his therapy and know what's going on and communicate very, very, very intensively with his therapists. And we have plans in place and goals and, all of these things that I have mapped out and I have researched and looked at, and I stay very much informed on, and his therapists know to inform me and discuss things with me. And so we have a plan in place for that. I have never questioned whether or not to give him behavior therapy. It's a matter of what types of supports and behavior therapy we want to address. And ultimately, like I said, I do not want to change who he is. I just want to help him to learn and grow and develop the skills that he needs to be able to function with his peers in a way that he is comfortable with. And as he ages, that may shift and change in what he wants to do and what he's comfortable with. But for right now, he wants to be able to function with them and interact with them and feel comfortable in those settings. And so that's what we are working towards, in addition to our speech goals and occupational goals with sensory integration and sensory input as well. So there's so many facets of autism to consider. And even though I have shared a video every single day of the month of April, there's still so much, to the depth of autism and how an individual with autism is impacted and all of the gifts and abilities that come with it, and then the challenges as well. And then of course it varies from person to person, and even across the lifespan there's lots of changes that happen with autism. So I just thank you so much for joining me this month with these videos. I've enjoyed recording them and sharing them with you, and I hope that they have been helpful. I hope you've learned some about autism, and I hope that you feel more equipped to ask questions or be understanding when you're around those with autism. I'm never offended by questions, if it's presented in a respectful way, of course, but I'm not offended by questions like that if we're out and about and someone notices something or asks me something. And as a parent, we love to share about our children. I just want him to be able to participate in society and be a valued member of society beyond our own family, beyond our community. I want him to succeed with his goals and be able to pursue his dreams as he ages. And all of these things that I've tried to put together this month have been with him in mind, and with other children like him in mind, and other adults as well. So I just appreciate you following along for the journey, and please reach out if you have any questions or anything that you would like to chat with me about. I can talk about autism for hours and hours, but not everybody would want to listen to that. So thank you so much, and look forward to hearing from you.